Have you ever felt like every bone in your body was shattered during a flu, where even breathing feels like a chore because your muscles scream with pain? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll unlock the secrets of Eupatorium Perfoliatum, the remedy that turns bone-crushing agony into relief. Whether you're a student, practitioner, or someone battling relentless flu symptoms, this is your masterclass in one of homeopathy's most powerful tools. Eupatorium Perfoliatum, or Boneset, isn't just a remedy, it's a lifeline for those gripped by the kind of pain that feels like a sledgehammer to the skeleton. Native to North America, this plant was traditionally brewed as a tea by farmers to treat fevers and body aches. But in homeopathy, it's transformed into something far more precise. Today, we'll dissect its unique personality, its unmistakable symptoms, and why it's the gold standard for bone-deep suffering. The magic starts with the flowering tops and leaves of the Eupatorium plant. Harvested at peak potency, they're soaked in alcohol to create a mother tincture. Through serial dilution and vigorous shaking or succussion, we potentize it into the remedy we use today. This process aligns with Hahnemann's law of similars, where a substance causing symptoms in health cures them in sickness. Picture someone who's stoic but shattered. They're lying still, not because they want to, but because every movement feels like their bones are snapping. Yet paradoxically, the pain is so unbearable they must shift positions, moaning in despair. Unlike the irritable nux vomica patient or the restless rhus tox, Eupatorium's essence is deep sadness paired with physical agony. Cold worsens their suffering, yet they crave water, even though drinking triggers nausea. The mental state here is raw and visceral. One prover described it as, "Could not lie in bed, and every bone felt bruised, leading to despair, moaning and crying out. This isn't madness, it's an honest reaction to unrelenting pain." Yet here's the twist. Conversation temporarily lifts their spirits, even as their body aches. Imagine a patient who brightens when you ask about their hobbies, only to slump back into despair when the pain surges. 1. Influenza from hell. Bone pain so severe it feels like fractures, with occipital headaches that threaten to burst the skull. 2. Intermittent fevers, chills starting at 7 or 9 a.m., preceded by unquenchable thirst. Patients pile on blankets but still feel icy. 3. Bronchitis, coughs so violent they rack the entire body, yet oddly relieved by kneeling on elbows. 4. Liver woes, jaundice, bile vomiting, and urine the color of mahogany. Tight clothes around the liver feel intolerable. 5. Migraines, weighty occipital pain forcing patients to lift their head with their hands. I meet Sarah, a 38-year-old teacher. She wakes at 3 a.m. feeling like she's been beaten with a bat. Her eyeballs throb, her back screams, and the smell of coffee makes her vomit bile. She's desperate to stay still, but the pain forces her to writhe. By morning, her fever spikes, chills at 7 a.m. sharp, thirst for cold water, which she vomits, and a headache crushing her skull. What saves her? Eupatorium, 30C. Within hours, the bone pain dissolves, and she's sipping broth. Men, stoic yet crushed by back and limb pain. Their symptoms follow a strict periodicity every 3rd or 7th day. Women, prone to violent nausea triggered by the smell of food. Their sadness is often mistaken for depression. And children experiencing dramatic fever swings from 102 degrees Fahrenheit to chills in mere minutes. Distract them with a story and they'll smile briefly, then crumple when the pain returns. Broken bone pain deep in the marrow, not surface bruises like arnica. Eyeballs feel bruised, even moving them hurts. Cough improves in the knee-elbow position. Thirst before chills, vomiting bile mid-fever. Urine like mahogany, stools pale as chalk. Rhus tox. Restless and stiff, worse in the cold. Eupatorium is thirsty. Rhus isn't. Bryonia irritable, thirsty, but lacks bone-deep agony. Both hate movement, but Brionia's pain is more localized. Arnica, surface-level bruises. Eupatorium's pain is deeper, like a knife in the bones. Nux vomica, angry, not sad. Liver issues, but no bone pain. Clinically, Bryonia or Rhus tox often follow Eupatorium if symptoms shift. Coffee or strong odors might antidote it, but always consult a professional. Eupatorium isn't just a remedy. It's a rescue protocol for when pain becomes existential. Its hallmarks, bone-crushing agony, clockwork fevers and despair that lifts momentarily with human connection. Whether it's a migraine, flu, or liver crisis, this remedy asks one question. Does the pain feel like it's in your bones? If yes, you've found your match. If this video helped you see pain in a new light, hit subscribe. Together, let's turn suffering into strength, one remedy at a time. Happy healing.